Alrighty. Good morning. How are we all doing? Let me know in the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear. Just a 111 or a thumbs up. I see a thumbs up. Amazing. So we can start this amazing morning session. I hope you're all doing good. I hope you're all already having a great week so far. Good morning. All right. Let's start the session today with a habit we used to do every single morning. All right. And for the people who follow me for a long time, they know what habit it is. I'm still doing this. I'm still doing this every single morning when I wake up because it just feels good. It feels right. It puts me in a position of abundance. And it's just being grateful, all right? Being grateful for waking up, being grateful for the people around you, being grateful for the opportunity of trading, being grateful for your morning coffee, being grateful for the food you have in the fridge, the warm water you can shower in, all these type of things, all these small things that you think is normal, you should be grateful for, all right? A lot of people take things for granted, but if you look at the world, we are in a good position. Like for most of us here and following the call, we are in a good position. We are living in Europe, we are living in the United States, we have everything we need, we have food, we have water, we have everything. And some people take that for granted, or just waking up. There's a lot of people that didn't wake up this morning. So please be grateful for that. Yeah, just exercise this. Do this for at least 1 month and see the difference in your mindset, see the difference in the way you look at your life. Okay. So let me know in the chat box, why are you grateful on this beautiful morning? And then we can start this amazing session. If you have any questions, if you wanna if you wanna see certain charts, or you're looking at certain price traps, or you wanna know something from the price traps we had last week, just let me know in the chat box and I will look at it and see what you are showing or giving me there. Always grateful for my health. Amazing. Good morning, bro. Hope you're doing good. Hence DJPY, beautiful idea. I see it already engulfing cattle on the 1 hour time frame. Probably a beautiful price action also on the lower time frames. Let's go. Grateful for the freedom. Grateful to finally have a strategy and understand that own capital funds is better than a challenged account. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's good to do these fundings, but you gotta know you gotta build your own what's this? GA. These are both from yesterday, I think. So what was it? Ends the JPY. Yes, sir. Right over here. This was Tuesday. Yes, yesterday. Let me just check how the price action looks. If I personally would be reacting on this. It's looking good on the 1 hour. 30-minute time frame. Also, pretty strong. Evening star, 15-minute time frame, also same thing. Engulfing candles, evening stars here. Let me check the 5-minute. 5-minute was a little harder, but yeah, this is just spread out, so I would ignore this. Definitely, definitely. Beautiful. Love to see this. Next one. G8. Just gonna check what you sent it out here. What were you doing there? The buy, of course. I'm in replay mode. That's why. Let me just get back here. So engulfing on the 1 hour, beautiful. 30-minute time frame engulfing, amazing. 15-minute, great price action. 5 minutes. Well, yeah, this is beautiful. Easy. Easy like 1, 2, 3. The moment you start understanding this, the moment you start seeing this, good things can happen. All right. So congrats on both of these amazing ideas. Let me get over into the price rush from last week. So the very first one, 80 JPY, I showed you guys we have a gap below our price trap. There was a high chance the market would fill up that gap and then started rising higher. This didn't happen. We had a breakout to the upside, the retest. And let me tell you something. If you are looking at price traps, you have the high, you have the low, and the market breaks out. And in the middle of that breakout, the move of the breakout, sometimes you will see that the market pauses for a few candles or only one candle. These type of zones are pretty strong. Okay, so please keep an eye out on that if you're looking for retests. This week's really good, done after I stood up on Tuesday. Amazing. That no better way to have or to start your week like that. All right. So what have we seen? The market broke out. Here we didn't have a 1 hour candle close, so I wasn't convinced yet. But then we had a beautiful breakout. Market comes back for the retest, engulfs on the 1 hour time frame, 30-minute time frame engulfs also, 15-minute time frame does exactly the same thing. Like you can see, creates a beautiful morning star. Also, right over here, you see the engulfing candle. And I don't know if the 5-minute did something here. The 5-minute was a pretty hard one, but still, I remember this one. I really do. um, I gave this one live on a session, not sure which one, Thursday after our public session. And the market took off very far away. I was still waiting for the entry, and then on Thursday, 2:30, we had the CPI, and the market beautifully wicked into that entry zone, and then it started taking off. So there was an opportunity on the 5-minute time frame, pretty hard one. Personally, I deleted it. My first target was already hit, and that was the high. So I personally deleted it, but still, market did some beautiful moves here. So, or you react on the 5-minute time frame with a breakout retest, or you simply reacted, for example, on that 1 hour time frame engulfing candle and the retest of that engulfing candle. So what you could do is like around this area, you should have your entry. I would go for a 10 pip at least. This is a very close one, but still market did not hit it. And then the market, yeah, it took off for, I'm not sure, around 90 pips. So a 109 risk reward. I think this is pretty good. I do have extra sessions in my Discord channel. I just partnered up with a new educational platform, and right over there, I do some extra sessions, not on the platform, but in the Discord channel where people have access to this educational channel. I give them some extra value over there. This was also a potential trade, but it didn't get the entry I wanted, and price went a little too low in my opinion. Let me check. Yeah. I 100% understand what you're saying here, that the price went a little bit too low. Personally, I was in the same position, but I'm gonna review this because I think this is a price trap from last session, public session. Okay, so let's move on. 80 USD. What have we seen here? Market breaks out, comes back for the retest. Let's check this, okay? Because a lot of people would say like, yeah, it's easy to say after everything everything happens, um, to show you where the entry was. But if the market is busy creating, excuse me, you can send me in private and we can fix that. So we see the breakout, we see the retest, and now it's easy to say like, yeah, here was the entry because then the market turned around. Yeah, I know that along the way we created engulfing candles, like right over here and right over here. So let's check, okay? 30-minute time frame. Engulfing candle right over here, also right over here. 15-minute time frame, let's check, okay? What do we see? Morning star. Not the clearest one, but here also, Morningstar. So around these two engulfing candles on the 1 hour time frame, we had every single time frame showing us that the market wanted to go up. So this means that you had multiple reaction points on this chart, if you're reacting on candlestick patterns, of course. And still, you would take stop loss after stop loss after stop loss, right? That's why I personally love to go to that 5-minute time frame and just wait till the market actually breaks structure. This happened only one time, and that's right over here. The market creates highs, breaks above it, and then comes back for the retest but doesn't react to the upside. After that, let's take a look. High, respected. High, respected. High, respected. Right? High, respected. High, breakout retest, market takes off. You see that? This is powerful. Let's move on. Euro Canadian, that was the one you sent me. All right. So market breaks out, comes back for the retest. Right over here, the market pauses for a minute, right? Or an hour. That's a 1 hour candle, of course. But it didn't show us a candlestick pattern. I think this is clear. 1 hour didn't show us, 30-minute didn't show us, 15-minute time frame, exactly the same thing. Yeah, you could say, oh, we have an engulfing candle. What about that one? Yeah, you sure? One time frame against all the other time frames showing you an engulfing candle? That's not what we were looking for. Also, the 5-minute time frame. Let's check. Let's see. Of course, this is structure. This is a high. Next high, another high. Do we break it? No, we don't. No, we don't. Oh, what do? We break it. Look where the market goes. Crazy powerful, all right? Mix this together with your engulfing candles and so on. This is something, yeah. I personally, I really, really like to react on that one, that type of way, all right? But of course, and this is something I say a lot of times. Excuse me for my throat. I don't know. It's irritating me. But what I say a lot of times is like, if we have a price trap and we break structure to the upside, as long as we keep respecting structure, we can keep looking for up moves. But the market started breaking these lows, like you can see. This is the last low that created this high. The market breaks below that. So I personally would not be reacting right over here because we have a break to the downside, and there is a very high potential that the market will respect that break, comes back for a retest, and then moves to the downside. Okay, so I personally rather stay away from these kind of trades and just move on to the next ones that are looking way better. Okay, good. Then we have Euro CHF. Yeah, the Euro CHF did what CHF is best in. It's consolidating, right? CHF, sometimes it gives you so beautiful ideas and so beautiful charts, but sometimes it just consolidates and it's ugly like crazy. All right. So let's just review this. Okay. So what happened here? The market breaks out. This is a beautiful demand zone. It comes back to that. We reject after the Thursday CPI. Came back, of course. If we go to the 30-minute time frame, let's check. We have an engulfing, right? 15-minute time frame. I'm just looking at this low because this is after the news. This would be the first moment to look at any kind of idea, in my opinion. 15-minute time frame is also giving you the engulfing candle. And if we then take a look right over here with the 5-minute, this was a hard one. I would personally not react on this one. We don't really have clear structure, right? Like you can see, this is like, let me take you in there. High, low. So the market needs to break all the way up here to get a good idea. Does this look attractive? No, it doesn't. So I personally would rather stay away from that than force myself into that idea. Okay. So right now I'm going to just delete it and move on to the next one. If you have any questions about these charts, if you have any questions, doesn't matter about anything, just let me know. What do we see here on G8? Market breaks to the downside, support, comes back for the retest. The very first zone, let me just say, okay? So if we have the price trap, we have the high, the low, the market is stuck in between. The moment the market makes the move to the downside, pauses a little bit, here also, pauses a little bit, moves down, pauses again, moves down. Or let's just say this here, he didn't pause. He just broke, like, oh, like we see right over here, right? Broke. What are the zones we can look at? Pretty simple. We can look at this pause, we can look at this supply, but also the zone that we drew, the low that is broken. Okay, so this is the very first zone that we can look at GA. Market breaks to the downside, comes back to the retest, retests this low, engulfs on the 1 hour, 30-minute time frame also engulfs, 15-minute time frame also engulfs. Look at that, beautiful. Every single time frame shows you the price action. And then the 5-minute, guess what? We break below this, we retest this, and the market takes off. So let's just say you went for the 1 hour engulfing, which is in my opinion the biggest stop loss entry, is like around 20 pips stop with a potential of almost 150 pips to the downside. This is insane, guys. This is a 107, 108 almost risk to reward. Beautiful. You only need 1 or 2 trades a week if it's these type of trades, of course. Let's move on. GN breaks to the downside, comes back for the retest first time, right over here. If we look at the first time, the 1 hour didn't engulf. The 30-minute time frame, yeah, didn't really show you the engulfing candles of the evening stars. 50-minute time frame, let's check. Oof, beautiful, beautiful evening star. 5-minute time frame. I'm just looking at the first retest here. Yeah, you could say like the break of structure happened here. You wait for the retest, you enter, and then you have this very small move. I think this is never a take profit. Let me check. This would be my entry right over here. Take, yeah, 25 pip stop, 43 pip. The market went for 43 pips in profit. That's not really what we're looking for. So it depends. If you went break even, this was a break even idea. If you didn't, if you only do after 1 and 2, which I do also, this was definitely a stop loss. But after that, the market goes back higher and started creating price action. This is, I think, during CPI, excuse me, and that's also the case. If you don't know what CPI is, just go to Forex Factory. There you can find some information of it. Or Investopedia is also a very good site where you can find information about certain Forex terms and yeah, things. And if we take a look, yeah, of course, because we reacted here, this is a good example, already on this retest, I wouldn't be reacting right over here. I want to react above that high, all right? So, and that's the moment, this is the moment we went above this. We first respect structure here. Market pushes higher, creates another low. Market breaks below that, and there you get the opportunity. It's an hour after CPI, so that's good. And I don't know. This is, I think, a way too big stop loss. Yeah, 35. I wouldn't be interested in that personally, with a potential of 100. So of course you had a 1 or 2 risk to reward, so the possibility of break even was there. Okay. Let's go NZT Canadian. Next one, also CPI. Yeah, I know that was last week's story, CPI. So what you can see, CPI pushed beautifully to this imbalance zone and then started moving higher again. If you found yourself an entry on this first retest or right over here, yeah, maybe you were able to catch a break-even trade here, but this was definitely a stop loss. But I would never recommend reacting here. Why? Because 2:30 we had CPI. All right, I have said this word a lot of times already. This is the CPI candle, so you know the market is going to be shaky during that news event. So do you really want to react just before that? I don't think so. Okay. Let's move on. NZD USD. This was after CPI. Let's check. Market breaks out, comes back for the retest. We don't really have a zone where we can react here. Maybe the 4 hour. Oh, look at that. 4 hour, pretty close, but didn't get there. That's the first thing I always check, like what are my retracement zones? Where can the market go to? Okay, so first we have the high, then we have some demand sitting here, and of course the imbalance all the way down. But let's just check what the price action did. Engulfing on the 1 hour, 30-minute time frame, evening morning star, excuse me, 15-minute time frame, tweezer bottom, 5-minute time frame. Let me check. Yeah, this is the moment of the break of structure. So I would personally be looking at this area as a reaction. So this would be around 11 to 15 pips up, and the market went for around 40 pips in profit. So yeah, if you went for 15 pips, it didn't hit a 103. It's still busy. It can still happen. I do see a breakout retest right now. But the 103 isn't hit if you use the 15 pip stop. If you went for a 10 pip, of course, you almost had a 104 risk to reward. And that's it, I think. Let me check if this is everything we had last week. AJ, AU, Euro Canadian, Euro Chef, NZD USD, GA, GN, and NZD CAD. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Let me now take my ideas with me from yesterday so I do not miss out on one today. So I'm gonna start making some price swaps. If you have any price swaps for today, let me know. Just send me in the chat, send me the pairs, and I will be looking at it. We just had the pound CPI. Not sure if we had a big reaction. Um, the big thing we really need to be paying attention at today is 8 p.m. the FOMC press conference. The famous words "Good afternoon" will be there, so please be careful, be aware, because this is gonna have a massive impact on the market. Okay. Also, the Canadian 3:45 and 4:30. We do have some interesting things coming out there, so this could also impact the market. But my eyes are right over here. This is gonna be massive. I think they are gonna say, I'm not sure, I'm not that big of a fundamental guy, but they are gonna talk about the rate cuts. And this is always interesting if they talk about the rate cuts. Okay, this is always a pretty heavy news event. Okay, so good. Let's check what kind of price swaps we have today. If you have any price swaps yourself, let me know in the chat. Always nice and fun to see how you guys are trapping the markets. Like, who was it? Who shared the charts? Thanks for sharing that, Louis. I don't know how to say it. Thanks for sharing your price swaps from last week or from last days. Always nice to see how you guys are winning. Is it Louis? Yeah, exactly. That's the price swap I'm looking for. Is it Louis or Louis? One or two? If we're taking a look at 80 Canadian, chances are high this is gone. All right. Don't FOMO, just wait for the market to push higher. Okay. Okay. Amazing. So this is it for 80 Canadian. Definitely looking like it's already gone. Look at that 5-minute break of structure and retest. So nah. I wouldn't be looking to react right now. If I'm reacting, I'm reacting higher than the retest happened here. Okay. Listen closely. I wouldn't be reacting right now. I would be reacting if we get a retest higher than the high that is created right now. For ADCHF, I did trap this one, but I'm gonna leave it alone right now because we are way too far away there. ADJPY, I did share this also yesterday. Beautiful breakout retest. This one, Mina. Come on, look at that. How powerful. What happened? Market breaks. What do we see? A small pause of a 1 hour candle and the market reacts. All right. It was pretty hard to react on this, but I just wanted to show you. AD USD, don't really like it. Canadian CHF, I showed you guys the breakout retest possibility here for the upside. What we could do is now just use the support. So we did not respect this, but I think it's very clear that the price action didn't show us anything to react on. No, I know. I'm going through the charts right now and I already see it. Like not a lot. But it's also not that, or how do I say it? It's not bad, you know. It's also NFP FOMC day today, so it's not that bad that we have bad charts. This was a beautiful idea from yesterday. Share it in the Discord, in the public site. I just thought like, here you go, learn from it, you know? Market breaks out, comes back for the retest, rejects beautifully, 30-minute time frame. Didn't really give the engulfing candle, but the 15 was more clear in my opinion. Was it Canadian JPY that I shared? Um, Now I'm doubting. Yeah, it was Canadian JPY. What my pure focus was is the market broke that structure, came back for the retest, and then no, I'm right over here. Here we go. Market breaks that structure, came back for the retest, and then took off. It took off for I think one on two and a half, something like that. So it just missed out on my take profit, my personal take profit. So for me, this was a risk-free or a break-even idea, just to show you. CHF JPY. Nope. Nope. We could look at Euro Canadian here for a retest of that resistance zone. Also, the support zone I would be focused on would be right over here, but I'm more looking for the retest to the upside, of course. Euro CHF leaving it alone, Euro Pound leaving it alone. Well, maybe Euro JPY. We can get a retest out of this. We have the break of the high. This is beautiful how the market is like creates a high, breakout, retest. Creates a new high, breakout, retest. Creates a new high, breakout, maybe, retest. I target a 1 on 3 risk to reward. And if I see like it's still the high, not above it or below it, then I'm happy. If I see it's above or below, I know the chances are lower that it's actually gonna hit your take profit. Which pair is this? NZD Canadian? Yeah, that's indeed a clean one. GJ? GJ was the buy I was looking for yesterday. I was thinking, but I don't really like the chart right now. Yeah, indeed, not really the most interesting charts today. But this happens. That's part of trading, of course. Some days we just don't have any trades. You don't need to trade every day. Don't worry, Forex doesn't run away. Mm, yeah, indeed, beautiful. But what we could do is follow up on that downtrending movement, right? If the market could break that support and give us a new retest, that would be amazing. I'm only going to give you a support on this one, okay? I'm only interested in filling up this massive push to the upside. No trade is also a good trade. There we go. Love that. NZD nah, that's not it. NZD I wanna keep an eye out on this one. We are breaking and retesting this resistance zone. Chances are high. We can find ourselves a buying opportunity. I'm only gonna give the upside also here. How do you snap your line to the candle? Oh, it's just a magnet. I don't put the magnet on because I don't like that. What you can do is like you take your line and you use the control button on your keyboard. And then you can just click on control and you see how the magnet is working without really putting it on, just the control button. This is something very easy to use. Yeah, This is amazing. The first time I knew this, I was like, wow. Okay, so that will be it for today. It's not a lot, I know. It's not the best day for price trap. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. But today is not really the best day. I personally already had a blast of a start this week, so for me it doesn't really matter. If you didn't really had some opportunities today, yeah, maybe tomorrow. FOMC also is coming, so please be aware of that. What is your analysis about Bitcoin? Yeah, I'm gonna go over that right now. I'm done with the price traps, so I'm gonna check um, with my crypto site. Let me first check. Oof, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Are you also done for the week? Not yet, not yet. I can still trade. I still have room to take some more profits. Like my goal isn't hit yet. All right. Good. Let's go over Bitcoin. So the very first thing I always do after, of course, a weekend, I'm looking at the weekly close. And I saw this, I told the team like the weekly close is bullish, really bullish. If we then go to the daily, what we want to do is we want to focus ourselves on the structure the market is creating. That's what I did last week. I showed you guys low, lower high, and then the market creates another lower high. And I told you like there are two possibilities here. If we go to the 4 hour time frame, it's more clear. We can break above the high, retest this and move higher, or we can start breaking this structure over here, retest it and go lower. It's the upside that we have seen. Okay, so the market broke above it. It did not retest. Market just takes off. That's Bitcoin, of course. It doesn't really retest always. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But like you can see, market broke the structure, and this is something I find very important. The next one is here, this structure, and we are already attacking that. Okay, so that's also the next daily high. In my opinion, we are back in bullish mode, and we are back in the upside movement from Bitcoin. What you could do is pretty simple. Follow up the structure right now. So the market is creating highs, is creating lows. Now we are breaking the highs, and then just follow that up on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour. So you have early signs if the market decides to go lower. Okay. In my opinion, I see the market going above these highs here and react on this massive supply sitting over here. That's basically what I'm looking for because this is the all-time high run, right? And I'm sure there are a lot of people that are like, I couldn't sell all-time high. So the moment the market returns to this area, they start selling. Okay. So this is a lot of selling pressure sitting here. Okay. Above these highs, but we are not there yet. Okay. We just need to follow up what the market is doing, but we need to respect the higher lows. The moment we start breaking it, we can look at this way. I'm going to leave it like this for last week. For next week, excuse me, and then we can see what the market did. It's always fun to leave my drawings on there so we can see how the market played out. By the way, if you wanted to, you could catch this all this move with a simple price trap. Like you can see, breakout, retest, breakout, retest. It happens time and time and time again. Breakout, retest. All right. So there was some opportunity there. Good. So that's Bitcoin. If we look at the dominance, we are retracing to the upside and we see the dominance from Ethereum like consolidating. Okay. So if we then take a look at Ethereum itself, guess what? It is consolidating. I told you guys we are in a massive consolidation zone. We need one of the two directions. So we want to see the market breaking lows or we want to see the market breaking highs. It became the highs. All right. So the market broke the highs. We are now back to the retest and it looks like we are respecting this. So the chances are very high. Let me delete this. There we go. The chances are very high that we will respect this and start moving higher again. So if we now go to the 1 hour time frame, what could we do? What could we do? Think for yourself right now before I give you the answer. We could wait for the market to break above these highs, give us a retest, and then take the upside move. This is a higher time frame up move we are looking for, and we are looking at it on the 1 hour time frame. Okay. So this could be massive. This could be the next all-time high run, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not going to say it's gonna happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is gonna happen. Okay. Let me put that 1 hour on there. I'm curious for next week. I have a public layout. That's why I leave the charts on here, the drawings. There we go. All right, let's check. What do we have more? Why are my symbols not in the same order anymore? I need this one here. Uniswap. What's Uniswap doing? Ah, it came lower to retest this demand zone. Okay. Ripple broke the resistance zone. Did not retest fully, but did give us that push to the upside, which is good. Stellar, exactly the same thing. Why is my list so messed up? Let me put Solana back here. Here we got Hedera, also one of my main holdings, doing good. Any questions about cryptos? Any pairs you want to see? Any coins? Any projects? Remember, I'm not here to give you any financial advice. I'm just showing you what the right information and education could do to you in your charts, in the way you look at the charts, in the way you react in the charts. Good. Ethereum, Bitcoin consolidating, Solana showing a lot of strength here, so that's good. Can't say all about it. It's just breaking. Now we can expect a retest to go higher again. This was the zone I gave, by the way. Like, guys, I think Solana is gonna start rising. Ethereum, exactly the same thing. This is the zone I gave you guys. But yeah, but what can I do with Ethereum Bitcoin? You should be in our exclusive Discord. Then you should know. Okay, good. That will be it. No more questions. I don't see any pairs. I don't see any coins. I don't see any projects. So that will be it for today. You will see my price traps in the Discord channel. If you're not in my Discord channel yet, just send me a private message and I will add you in there. We are sharing some value there. And making it more active day by day. Okay, so thank you all for being here. I wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day. We see each other back next week, of course, for a brand new price trap session. We will review these 6 price traps that we have for today, 7, excuse me. And of course, see what the crypto has done in the week that's coming. Of course, we have FOMC this evening, so it could be that the charts will be messed up after this evening. That you will have to find yourself some new price traps. But of course, if you are here a lot of times and you have seen me doing this over and over and over again, I'm pretty sure you can handle that by yourself. Okay, so thank you all for being here. I wish you all the best. Catch some pips. And we see each other back next week for a brand new public session. See you very soon again. Ciao, ciao.